Hello all, welcome at Exam Zone 24/7. Today I will be discussing RBI circular for the month of June, and later on that I will also be discussing in the next video the financial awareness part for the month of June. Okay. There was some delay in updating some more banking related things due to some health issues. Now it has been resolved and it has been already been very late, but I will be covering it very fast. You need not worry. Okay, let's move towards our session for this means for the RBI circular for the month of June. Okay. Here is about myself and exam 24/7. Hope all of you are aware of it. I would not be discussing it here. If you like it, it is requested that you like and subscribe for further updates this channel. The very first circular in this month, this is the very first circular in this month, uh, that is risk management and interbank dealings. Okay, note that for generalist officers this circular is not important. If you are attending forex officer exam, then only this is important. Okay, for generalist it is not important. Okay. The banks operating in IFSC's banking units are permitted to offer non-deliverable contracts to person resident outside India. Okay. Better you know what are non-deliverable contracts. Non-deliverable contracts, derivative contract means an over the counter foreign exchange derivative contract. Acha, over the counter, what are the over the counter? Means these are not on any fixed on exchange. Okay, जैसे कि there are Sensex like these things, and SEBI as a regulator. Over the counters generally not very regulated, and they are one-to-one contracts. If you have some derivative contracts, these are unsecured contracts. Okay, delivery may fail, but it is very rare because it is delivery versus payment system. Then it is, you can whatever your security is there, whatever risk are there, you can minimize it. Okay, when there is no delivery of the notional amount of the underlying currencies of contract, which is cash settled. Okay, notional amount is not paid. Okay, the banks in India having the authorized category dealer 1 license under FEMA 1999 and operating IBUs shall also be eligible for NDCCs. Okay, this is specifically useful, I again say, for forex officer exam. If you are appearing for generalist officer, it is not very important. Next is the extending the scope of trade receivable and discounting systems. You must know the trades. Okay, generally it is written as TR small DES trades. Okay, the guidelines to allow what are the trades? Trades is actually discounting system. Discounting system means suppose here is a seller and here is a buyer. Okay, he has raised an invoice to this, and this is of $15, but he will pay later. Okay, later. This is the, if it is a seller, suppose this is the seller, this is buyer. Okay, the buyer have to pay $15 after 1 month. After 1 month, but this buyer needs money immediate. Immediate. He is in immediate need of money immediately. Okay, then what is, he will go for the discounting, and suppose a bank offers it that I will pay you $48 if you take this now. If he agrees, he will take that $48. The bank after 1 month will receive $50 when it comes into its account, and will recover all that $50 and $2 will be its benefit. Okay, this is called the discounting system, how trades is work. Okay, there are a number of participants over trade system. This PDF will be shared in the group. You must read this. This is important. This is not only important for this. This is important for interview also, and especially SBI CBO. Okay, what facilitation, what insurance facility, this etc. are there. You can read it your own. There is nothing very exclusive that I have to explain it to you. If you will read this PDF, you will find everything as explanatory as it is. Reserve Bank of India call and notice money markets. Okay, this is initially it was 125%. Okay, but now it has been removed. The call and notice money markets limits. Okay, the limits. Okay, the limits is to be decided not by RBI but with the board of the bank. Board of the bank, what board of the responsibility of risk management is primary responsibility of the board, and the board will decide how much risk, how much is the risk appetite of this bank, and on the basis of that he will be the bank will be deciding what should be the open position or short position or anything like this, what should be exposure on call and notice and term money. Further, what you need to know call money, what is the call money, what is the notice money, and what is the term money. Okay, this has already been explained in video. Okay, you go through the detail. Okay, further, if you want to know, for 1 day it is call, for 1 to 15 days means 14 days you say, not 15 days. To 14 it is notice, for more than 14 days it is term money. Okay, but for more things you can say go through the file section of this Telegram group and you can get all things there. Okay, rationalization of branch expansion authorization policy, this is not important. Okay, for it is urban cooperative banks, this is not important, but note that urban cooperative banks are permitted to open 10%. Okay, urban cooperative banks are permitted to 10% of the total number of full-fledged branches. If the total number of branches in urban cooperative banks are 100, then the only 10% means only 10 branches they can open year. Default loss guarantee. Okay, but there I think there has been some. Okay, this was missing. Okay, guidelines on default loss guarantee in digital lending. Do you know that sometimes बहुत सारे applications in the even in the interviews, a number of advertisements you see, digital loan, instant loan, uh, like these things. So these are the digital lending formats. Default loss guarantee, these guidelines have been issued for digital lending. Okay. Means even nowadays banks are also providing digital lending. All commercial banks, including small finance banks, are applying for digital lending. Okay, primary urban cooperative banks, non-banking financial companies, including housing finance companies. What is default loss guarantee? A contractual agreement called whatever the name between the regulated entity. What is the regulated entity? The entities that are regulated by a central entity, like it may be regulated by RBI, it may be regulated by NABARD, it may be regulated by SEBI. Okay, but for the banks, as far as concerned with the banks, the regulated entity will mean all such entities, all such banking entities which are regulated by RBI. An entity meeting the criteria laid down at para 3 of these guidelines. Para 3 of these guidelines in this part of the circular, you go through this, which the latter guarantees to compensate the regulated entities loss due to default up to a certain percentage of loan portfolio. Okay, of regulated entity. Means suppose digital lending is 100 crores, then certain percentage of this will be covered by guarantee. Okay, this is the default class guarantee. Further, the default who will provide, anyone, any insurance company or any insurance provider may provide this default loss guarantee, but performance risk more than equivalent of 5% of underlying portfolio. Okay, means not more than 5% of the underlying portfolio they can guarantee. Priority sector lending targets for urban cooperative banks. You can study. I already shared these things in priority sector videos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 part are there. For then only negotiable warehouse receipt has been revised. Else anything is not revised, you can go through video and study it. Okay, the PDF will be shared, you don't worry at all, and you can study the PDF. You can take a print, you can get put it in mobile. Okay, and go through it. Status of MIFOR as a significant benchmark rate. Okay, what all you need to know, that is all you need to know, the full form of MIFOR, overnight Mumbai interbank outright rate. ठीक, initially most of time you read as offered rate, but it is outright rate. Outright rate. Just only these things are important. The rest it also may come in the exam, that what are the uh, benchmark rates, or which is not included in the benchmark rates as per RBI, then you must know all such rates. Okay. Remittances to IFSC's scheme under LRS. This is has already been earlier circular was also there, that under LRS, liberalized remittance scheme, you can remit the amount to LRS, like LRS, where IFS is the gift city in Gujarat. Okay, Gujarat International Fintech City. What are these? Means the banks in these places, means these, like in gift city, can open international accounts. You can open dollar accounts, transact in dollars, like this. If you are sending the dollars for some purpose, suppose in ICIC Bank, but ICIC Bank in Canada, the same you can transfer in the gift city. Okay, the same amount you can transfer in the gift city. Further, this is the only thing it was available, and if you like it, you can share and subscribe. Better to join the Telegram channel for the PDF. If you are unable to join Telegram channel for PDF, you just comment. I will be providing the link. Link is also given in the description. Okay, and we should stop our session. And very soon I will be sharing a video how to attempt your RRB exam. How to attempt. Most of people fail here. How to attempt is the most important, and specifically if you are not very comfortable in puzzles. Okay, and some things I will be also sharing on SBI CBA. Thanks for watching. Keep studying and happy learning with exams on 24/7.